Because right now, the bear is standing up on the ceiling, bearing down on one. So that half of the cave is completely covered up. So these two I would give full cover. This one would have probably only partial.
Sure.
The bonus is that they're going to have a bit of a hard time getting around me.
Can I use cunning action dash to change his orientation on the wall? So like he's basically running down this way and then jumping, so he's facing the correct direction to hit this one.
You wouldn't need to dash. You that's within your 30 feet of movement.
But I want to be a badass.
You can totally be a badass. I'm just saying it's not gonna cost you your bonus
shooting
action.
it as he's gonna shoot as he's flipping.
Oh, we're gonna do
direction on the wall.
Gonna do some gun kata shit. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, then absolutely you can do that.
Right.
Go ahead and take the shot.
And he's got advantage because he's next to the conspiracy theorist there. So
this guy's not within 5 feet of anybody right now, so you do not get advantage on the roll.
Well, I rolled 2 17s.
And it's not a theory if it's actually true.
So, are you still going to make me re-roll even though they're 2 17s?
No, they're both 17s. The law of probabilities are with you today. What are the odds of that?
23.
Like 1 in 400?
23.
Well,
26.
of it being 17s,
Right, so
1 in 400, but of it being two numbers that are the same, 1 in 20.
6 plus however many is damage. So
Actually, no, that's
10
not
damage.
accurate.
How much damage?
Yeah.
10?
10.
Okay. So yeah, you do your totally sweet gun kata move. Kelian leaps forward, spins in midair to plant his feet on the ground, gets that crossbow bolt off, and Mahogany, you get blasted with this hot jet of blood that gets picked up by the wind, carries it up your nostrils. I just did that to you because I want you to continue to smell these troglodytes.
That's fine. I feel like I should be able to go into a barbarian rage, though, if blood literally flies into my nose.
Riot, you're up.
Riot's gonna go down the other way, seeing that these guys have that leg in hand.
Are you holding a light?
Yes.
Okay.
Hers was not extinguished during the cave-in.
So where are you moving to?
Down this other path.
Okay. From that square, you can see the other trogs who have started to advance towards your position.
Okay.
And they're sort of gibbering back and forth across the halls to each other. The whole cave right now is echoing with troglodytes and wind.
And when she sees them, she's going to try and cast Thunder Wave as a level 2 spell.
Okay. Let me double check what kind of save that's going to require. What components is that spell?
Verbal Somatic.
Verbal Somatic, okay. 1 second. Okay, intelligence save. The DC right now is 11.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, perfect.
You're good. Thunderwave it up.
Alright, so let's see. Do I have to roll for this, or is it just going to be max damage? Like
Oh, it's
it
gonna, no, it's going to be max damage. Because you're still on Pandemonium. So what is the max damage?
Actually, it depends on... they have to make saving throws? Yeah, they have to make saving throws.
Yeah.
These are Constitution saving throws, if I recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the 6 fails, and I'm assuming the 8 fails. How does the 13 do?
13 fails.
Okay, so they all failed.
Okay. Then they all take 24 damage and are pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. So you've basically just made a pile of wet troglodyte meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how you moved some.
Yeah, Riot looks back over his shoulder and says, "Damn, I wish anyone had been around to see that."
Unfortunately, Serenity doesn't have dark vision, otherwise she would have seen that. Alright, troglodytes. I'm going to sneak him in there. Kelian. Let's have a... Oh, hold on a second. Kelian, you have an AC, right?
Last I checked.
I can't hear you.
Last I checked.
Okay, what is it?
15.
15. You are hit by the grab and by the bite.
So if they had full cover, can I prevent that one from getting to Ciclon?
No, because he's running along the wall. Specifically to try to avoid you.
Yeah.
He essentially used the same trick Kelian did to get to that position.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad I'm so inspiring.
Kelian. 3 points of piercing damage. And you're grappled by this troglodyte, who then reaches forward to take a bite out of you for another 3 points of piercing damage. And as he grapples you, you feel these quills that cover his body start digging into your flesh as he reaches forward and starts to eat your face. Ciclon.
Hey.
The bite's going to hit, but the grab attack misses. 5 points of piercing damage from that bite. As the second troglodyte moves along the wall, doing the best it can to stay out of reach of the bear. Dives back down to the floor in front of you. Reaches forward to try to grab you, dodge out of the way, but as you do, it gets a bite at your shoulder. And Mahogany.
Yeah.
The claw hits, but I can't grapple a creature larger than him. 5 points of piercing damage. As this
That's a
thing
shame for him.
rakes at you with its claw, and it tries to bite, but just gets a mouthful of fur.
I'm going to return the favor.
And Serenity, your turn.
Alright, looks like there should be some space here to be parallel to Kelian on the ceiling.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll move over to there, action trance, and attack recklessly.
Okay, who are you attacking?
One of the two troglodytes directly adjacent to him. I don't really care which one. Are either of them injured?
They are not, no.
No, doesn't matter then. So that's a crit.
Okay. You're attacking with your maul?
All.
Nice.
That's the way to be.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. One of these guys is injured. The one that Kelian shot.
I was gonna shoot the
bleeding
uninjured one, or pound the uninjured one then.
Okay. Well, that's more than enough to kill the uninjured one. So you give him a sharp blow to the head, crash his skull in. It goes down to the
25.
floor. The 25 damage? Yeah, that's more than enough.
That's the end of Serenity's turn.
Okay. Brings us back around to Ciclon.
Alright, here we go. It's punching time.
Now you got to punch the injured one in front of you, or the uninjured one next to you.
Yeah, the one that I punched that was in front of me.
Oh, you punched that guy and he died. The one that's injured right now is the one that Kelian shot.
Okay, then I'm gonna hit the one that Kelian shot then.
Okay.
12 hit.
12 will hit.
Alright. That's 5 points of damage.
Okay. So this one reaches forward to give Kelian this really comfortable-looking bear hug. And Kelian is struggling against it. You see, the more he struggles, the more these barbs, these quills, are going to dig into him, get up in the folds of his armor and pierce into him. Seeing the danger he's in, you reach forward, give him a blow, give him a good gut punch. You feel something rupture inside the thing's body. Your hand comes away a little bloodied from the quills, but the thing lets go of Kelian and drops to the floor.
Don't worry, Kelian. I won't let you get turned into a lizard.
Mahogany, you'd have to mess up really, really bad for combat to continue after your turn. So,
All right. So let's see how bad I go. This is the one that bit me, right?
oh yeah.
So
Well,
I guess first I should roll just the bite to see if I can return the favor.
yeah, he tried to bite you. You just got a mouthful of your fur. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Okay, we're going to... Does that hit?
yeah, that hits.
Okay, I missed a step. We'll just ignore it for now.
11.
11.
Piercing.
So you take another bite out of this fool. And badly injured. You rip into part of his chest.
Still alive though? I'll slash
yeah.
him.
He's got a couple hit points left.
Bear claw.
That'll do it.
You sure about that,
Hand.
Buckroad?
That'll do
You
it.
sure about that?
Well, I mean, let me roll the dice.
Nope. He's already dead.
Wow, well, with that roll, I
Those
don't know.
ones turn into twos, though.
So, the sound of the gibbering and hollering dies down as Mahogany rips this last one to shreds. And you're left alone with just the winds.
Like I said, I won't let you turn into a lizard person.
Mahogany wonders if he can still turn into a lizard person.
Riot.
Riot goes to inspect the gross part of this corridor now.
It's pretty gross. Yeah, you blasted them backwards with that loud thunderclap that reverberated through all the caves. It looks like it shattered most of the bones in their body. Now they're just piles of skin and jelly. But amongst the piles of skin and jelly, you find a satchel. It looks like it's a silk bag.
Right, I'll take it.
Okay.
Open it up.
Ciclon.
You look inside. Looks like a variety of herbs, plants, some sorts of medicines. You also find a small tinderbox with some incense sticks in it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take both of those things.
Okay.
I'll investigate the bodies of the.
You don't find anything half as good as a silk bag. You don't find anything on their bodies at all, but in the back of their lair, kind of strewn about, you find a small box, a small wooden chest
All right.
that's locked.
Locked.
Yeah, you find it kind of wrapped up and amidst the tattered remains of some clothing.
I'll look back
Well-
at Kelian and say, "Hey, this is locked."
While the party's doing the looting, I'm gonna just root around the walls of the cave looking for any engravings or anything like that.
Okay. And there are none on either side of the cave.
What about the other side?
Nope, neither side.
I checked the chest for traps.
Make me a intelligence thieves tools.
Pretty
24.
Prodding the chest a little bit, and it looks off to you, and you're not sure why. Definitely seems that the lock is trapped somehow. And that strikes you as odd because, obviously, I mean, these creatures obviously don't care much for treasure, otherwise they would have attempted to open it and sprung the trap themselves.
Kelian looks like he's about to say something, but instead pulls out his chalkboard and writes down something weird about chest. Might be trapped.
Yeah,
Not sure.
There's something about this keyhole when you're prodding it with your thin lockpick. There's something in there other than just the tumbler of the lock.
Can you stop the trap as well?
Kelian shrugs.
Be careful.
Mahogany will shove his big, stupid bear face and look at the chest. Yep, that's chest.
And I'm not talking like a giant treasure chest. I'm talking like something you could pick up and hold in both hands.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and I'll shake it a bit.
And there's coin inside.
There's coin inside.
Oh yeah.
Can I roll investigation to see what else is in the lock, the tumbler, to try and figure
No, you
out
would need to
what's
make
specifically
a
wrong?
Dexterity
No? Alright.
thieves tools check to attempt to disarm the trap. Now, you passed your first check, so you definitely know it's
Alright.
trapped.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Dexterity thieves tools. So
Be right up your alley.
19.
Okay. You sit down in one corner of the cave for a minute or two, fumbling with it, and you realize what you're touching with your lockpick is a needle. And probing a little bit backwards, you feel the metal mechanism behind it, and you trip it into place, and you hear a soft click inside. So the chest is still locked, but now you're pretty sure that if you open it, the needle won't shoot out at you.
Alright, I'll open the chest then.
Okay. Make the roll to unlock it. Unless you have the key and I don't know about it.
Kelian is the key.
Kelian is the key. Yeah, it's Dex Thieves Duel, same roll.
Dex Thieves, okay.
Wait. Kelian.
Ooh. No, not happening. 9?
9. So you get in there with the lock, and it's a little different than many locks that you've picked because there had to be space in the keyhole for the trap mechanism. And you move the wrong way and your lockpick snaps off. And now the lock is jammed. Nice job breaking it, hero.
Kelian lets out a growl.
Aw. Better luck
Mahogany
next
growls
time.
too.
Better luck next time.
So you have
Puts
this
a paw on
locked and
Kelian's
jammed
shoulder.
chest now.
Go back out.
Kelian throws it against the ground in an attempt to break it.
It does not break.
Okay.
Just looks like you rage quit the chest.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
So this chest is about the size of Basqualoom's head that Serenity is carrying around, which means it's going to add greatly to your encumbrance. Whoever's carrying this chest will have to distribute most of their other goods amongst the party just because of how bulky it'll be in your pack.
Mahogany kind of nudges it a little with his paw, and then looks towards Serenity.
I'm already carrying the head.
He then takes one claw out and draws a line down the cavern floor.
Okay, now there's a line in the cavern floor.
He looks at Serenity again.
She's just looking back at him. She doesn't understand what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. Ciclon looks equally lost.
The bear sighs and then points at himself and then draws a coil on the floor
A coil?
and then looks at the chest.
Ciclon reaches over and picks up the chest.
Okay.
Do I have a piece of rope still in my... I gave all my rope to you, and now it's melted with your goddamn bear form.
True.
Ciclon picks up
That's
the
what
chest
happened.
and jams it into his pack as best he can.
Okay. What else are you carrying right now? You're the least encumbered because you don't have weapons or armor or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you've got a bedroll, a book of etiquette, a broken slave collar,
Yep.
disguise kit, mess
Yep.
kit,
Yep.
couple days rations, tinderbox, bunch of
Yep.
torches, water skin, your lantern, which you're carrying in your hand.
Yeah. I have that. I have that hooked to my belt.
So I'm going to reduce your speed as you're moving through the caves by 10 feet. Because
Okay.
you're going to be constantly adjusting your pack and making sure that nothing's falling out. It's a lot heavier than you're used to now.
We
Yeah.
came to Pandemonium, and you brought a book of etiquette.
Hey, that's my doodad.
I'll be right
my,
back.
That's my Aunt Nancy doodad. And I don't have a kit back in Sigil. I can't just leave this somewhere. That's just what the Euphrates want me to do.
So what's next?
Riot's gonna ask Dinklink if she's alright.
Dinkfling spent the entire combat kind of leaning on her walking stick, just watching you guys work. She did not see any reason to get involved. She said, "I'm fine.
Alright.
You seem to have had that well in hand."
This is one of our better combats, yeah.
Stupid
Yeah,
lizard
she
men.
particularly looks at Riot and says, "Remind me not to get on your bad side."
Alright.
Mahogany
looks like we-
literally pats himself on the back. Rolls his eyes.
Alright. I'd say we head back out.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It's a good thing we came here, though.
Or less.
So heading back the way you came, you're back at this dead end here. Not dead end. There was the
Yeah,
path you took.
we get it.
Yeah, we had the T junction back here, and then the original junction back here, the pyramid junction.
Mhm.
All right, well, back this way.
Okay. Is Serenity still leading? And is
Well,
Mahogany still a
someone
bear?
Yep, Mahogany is
Oh,
still
yeah,
there.
you're gonna need your own square when you're a bear.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Just
A
because
nice
there's-
bear square.
Serenity doesn't have headroom. Serenity had to walk at a hunch to be underneath your form as a bear.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll walk right directly behind Serenity.
Okay.
I'll be behind.
Or Pad, or whatever.
I'm just gonna continue down this passage without conversation or
Okay.
stopping to discuss it.
Ciclon whispers to the bear. She's got to be it. She's got to be in on. She clammed up.
Mahogany growls softly in response.
See, you agree with me. See, you agree with me. I know it. Yeah. Yeah, get fired up. Get mad.
Arr.
And you come to another junction.
Life gives you lemons.
Did we hear?
Combustible lemon
Yeah.
to burn their house down.
Did we hear the music from anywhere along this whole path?
No, not yet. Stop right there,
Okay.
though. As
Yep.
Serenity enters this junction, it begins walking down that hallway there. Scroll wheel, scroll wheel.
Spinning around.
I know it's not like a like McDohl's super fancy $60 scroll wheel, but Serenity. There is a pool of water along the cave, and it kind of fills up a lot of this junction and goes up along the wall and part of the ceiling as well.
Is it still or moving?
It's totally still. In fact, the stench of it hits you from a few feet away because the wind is blowing off of it. It's just this sitting pool of water. And it looks black even in light. So what's the plan from here?
We can avoid it by walking over it, right? On the other ceiling?
Walking where you're at right now along this wall,
Yeah.
you can avoid it. But it's taking up the floor, the opposite wall, part of that ceiling. But you don't have to wade through it to get past, as long as you're on this wall
Right.
where you are there.
Yeah, I'll just walk around the wall around
Alright,
it.
stop on this square here, please. And roll initiative. Riot, how you doing on initiative?
13 again.
13? You're supposed to roll a new one. You don't just roll once and keep it for the whole session.
I thought it was
Mute.
put on.
Butte.
Ryut?
Ryut.
You're Ryut now, sorry.
I am Riot.
Kelian.
17.
El Limbo.
And Elsie Clone.
21.
I don't like this new notepad. I don't know if I've mentioned that.
No, yeah.
El Ciclo.
Elsie
What's
Clone.
wrong?
Notepad is the new immigrant.
Yeah, do you
Oh,
think
come
the
on.
immigrant guys coded the new notepad?
Yeah, probably.
El Ciclo N. Okay.
Doesn't help that I'm trying to type this from across the room on a TV. Serenity.
Serenity X at 16.
Okay. And the other guy.
23.
Alright then. Mahogany, you're surprised. Elsie Clone, you're surprised.
Is not surprised.
Is not
surprised. Not surprised.
Because of your psychic focus?
I think I had to burn a point for that. And let me see. Let me just double check that. Make sure.
Is that a bonus action? You have the new rules that I sent you, right? Because we're going off those.
Yeah.
Now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't have those. I don't have the new ones bookmarked on the laptop yet, so I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, rapid reaction. I can spend a point if I am surprised to not be surprised.
Okay, so do you have a light?
I do. I'm carrying the light.
Mahogany's not carrying the light. Serenity, are you carrying the light?
Yes.
Okay, so Elsie Clone, while you're looking at Serenity, she's working her way along this wall to make sure she's not walking near this pool. But no matter where you're walking, you're still walking near the pool because it's can stretch across. You see this lash of water kind of spurting, something's spurting up from out of the pool towards Serenity. That's what you see, and that's what you can now use your action to do something about.
And now the Ifrits are working with the water monsters. Let's go! Move in and punch the water tendril.
Punch the water tendril.
Yes.
Okay. Roll the hit.
He is a monk, so that's not as preposterous as it sounds.
Yeah. 21 to hit.
Okay, that hits. Roll some damage.
Damage. How does 4 damage sound?
Only 4?
Yeah. For now, I mean, I'm probably gonna end up flurrying here in a second.
You lash out. What are you wearing on your arms and hands?
Just the silk wrapping.
Okay. But I'm talking like how much bare flesh?
Pretty bare.
Pretty bare.
Actually, no, because I got that coat on, the white bloodstained coat now.
Okay.
Like it's pretty much like red now, or whatever color.
Serenity. You're surprised this round, but you see Elsie Clone dart up next to you with some purpose, lashes out with his arm to punch what looks to you just right next to your head. You hear a splash of water. Elsie Clone, you feel the impact of your fist against something in the water, and then immediately you forget why you did it. And you pull back in surprise, and you have no idea what's going on, losing the rest of your turn.
Wait, what?
Kelian is surprised.
Exactly.
Serenity is surprised. Riot is surprised. Because you guys don't have any cipher thing to not be surprised, right? You can use reactions on surprise rounds?
No, just +2, yeah. Reactions and +2 to initiative.
Alright. Elsie Clone, you have an AC, right?
I do.
What is it?
Can I keep it a secret for a minute?
Can you keep it a secret?
Yeah.
How does a 15 do you?
It does me.
It does you. Does that mean it hits you, or?
No, it's going to do me.
It's going to do you.
Yeah.
Did you get got?
I got got.
He got done.
11 points, bludgeoning damage.
Ciclon's down.
Down.
Yep.
Serenity, you see this tentacle lash out at the water, crack Ciclone upside the head, and wrap around and begin dragging him back towards the pool. And it's Mahogany's turn.
Mahogany will try to grab at the tentacle that's grabbing Ciclone.
So you're going to bite the tentacle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll the hit.
Uh, 15, I think that is.
15's good. Roll the damage.
Alright. It's piercing, if that matters. 5 piercing.
5. You bite down hard on this tentacle, and your mouth immediately fills up with fetid water. You instinctively let go and spit it out. The thing writhes for a second, but its grip on Elsie Clone hasn't loosened, and for some reason, your bear form is standing there and you don't remember what you're doing.
Alright, so I look around. Oh, do I lose my turn's over?
No, your turn. That's the end of your turn.
Because here's the thing, I'm a cipher, so even though I don't know what I'm doing, I see a tentacle in front of me, and I'm pretty sure I'd still swipe at it.
No, it fell off the table.
There it is. Oh! Elsie Clone, his eyes suddenly snap open. You get 1 hit point back.
Woo!
And you feel yourself being drawn towards this pool.
Is that end of turn, or do I get an action?
I'm gonna rule that you get an action.
Okay, break free.
Just because that only happens like almost never. So when it happens, it should feel sufficiently badass. Yeah, go ahead. It's DC 13 to break the grapple. You can either use athletics or acrobatics.
Either will work for me because they're both the same bonus of 15.
15. Which one was that?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Yeah. So you squeeze your arms real close to your body and wiggle your way free, and you slip loose of this tentacle, and you slap against the floor, and your whole body is wet with the water of this thing, and you're laying there, and you can't remember anything beyond the past couple seconds. You know that you were looking for the harmonica. You recognize the faces of the people standing around you, but you have no idea why you're wet, why you're on the floor, or what's behind you. Kelian.
It's the fucking Dow. It's gotta be the Dow.
Is the tentacle still up?
It's lashing about, yes. This water tentacle poking up out of the water.
Alright. Do I get advantage if I'm here? Or do I need to move over? Alright, cool.
Because this thing, I'm counting within 5 feet of Serenity, Mahogany, and Ciclon at the moment.
Oh, I did pick up 2. Okay. Alright. Yeah. That's a 20. That's a 20.
20 hits.
That's a 20.
That's like a 9
All
to me.
No, this one over here.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 20. You get all the dice. Go ahead and roll all the dice.
Yay, all
roll
the dice.
every dice.
Roll the dice.
Oh, is that a new Sonic character?
All
OC,
the dice.
do not steal.
My favorite damage roll in any RPG ever is the Firefly role-playing game. When
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
The details how much damage you take if you get sucked out into space. And it just says, pick up all the dice and roll all of them on the table, however many there are, and that's how much damage you take.
14 plus 3, 6.
Listen, 40k has
8,
taught us. You just make
14.
swimming motions towards the ship and
So-
recite the litany of the vacuum of space.
Right?
28 damage.
28? Okay. And that was with the crossbow?
Mm-hmm. So piercing. Probably less.
Okay, so you let loose the crossbow, and it flies through the water, and you see the splash of it out the other side, this fetid, black, oily water. And the thing whips around in pain. And you're not sure if there are eyes, but it looks focused on you now. Serenity.
So, the center of gravity is just, like, slightly above my chest in this chamber, right?
Probably a little higher, because the chamber
Okay.
from wall to wall is about between 10 and 12 feet in diameter.
Okay.
So you're what? You're like 6 or 7 feet tall?
Just under 7, I think, yeah.
Just understand. So if you were to hold your hand up, you could touch the center of gravity. You're like
So
elbow deep crossing it.
I'm going to take one of the stone cubes we got from that dwarf out
Okay.
of my pack. I'm going to raise it up just above the center of gravity, and I'm going to let go of it.
What's the intent? To drop it into the pool on top of this thing?
To let it suddenly enlarge and smash the thing, yes.
All right. Oh, you
That
know
sounds
what?
delightful.
I forgot to mark stone cubes on my magic item list here. I forgot.
I
you
have
had
3 of them.
Yeah, let me real quick make a note of those.
Now I'll have 2 of them.
That's delightful. I like this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it.
I'm glad I'm standing all the way back here.
So last week when or 2 weeks ago or whatever,
What's
it was, when I
going
asked everybody
on?
what magic items you're carrying, you didn't bring that up
Oh,
because
sorry.
you were just wanted to spring it on me, right? You wanted to surprise me with them. I
Instant
feel
rock
you.
cube is what I called them. Yes, I have 2 left after that.
I'm just adding this to my sheet here. I don't know why I typed an M. An M doesn't do me any good.
I like how this thing is just the worst.
And what color is Serenity going to be on my magic
It's
item?
in Pandemonium.
How
Yeah.
does like a light blue do for you, Serenity?
Serene.
Very serene
Like
indeed.
Like an ocean sky.
So you
What?
take out the little cube, and it's only a couple inches square in your fingers, and you hold it up and drop it, and it enlarges. to about a 7 by 7 foot stone block and drops with a great splash into the pond. The tentacle disappears underneath it. Go ahead and roll me 3d10, we'll call it. Sounds about right to my eyes, my ears, whatever. I listen through my eyes. I don't know how you all do it.
There's a psychic power that does that.
Yeah. 14.
14 damage.
14 damage, okay. Serenity. Kelian. You two make a dexterity saving throw. Mahogany and Ciclon make the same saving throw at disadvantage. DC is 10.
Serenity passed.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta make sure I have some dice available to me right in front of me.
Woo. Yeah, 12.
Disadvantage says
I fail.
fail.
Failed. Okay. I gotta make a ruling real quick. I don't think the book goes into it or not. I have
We
to
have two party
decide
members who
whether
forget
your
who they
wild
are.
shape counts as a magical effect or not. Do you have a case to make for that, or do you want me to just pick one and go with it?
I would say no, just because you can use it in anti-magic fields in other D&D games.
Okay.
But I don't I don't really know. It doesn't really say.
Yeah, it doesn't go either way. I think they made a ruling on that in one of the old Twitter things, but I forget what it said. I'm going to rule that it's not because I feel that's kind of a compelling argument. Personally, I hate druids and never use them in my game ever, so I don't remember what it says in 2nd edition, but... Okay. So you both failed?
I failed, yes.
About the last week, wipe from your memory. Mahogany, your spell slots are gone. The water from this oily pool gets this incredibly heavy cube dropped in it, and the splash is tremendous. The two of you are disoriented already from your mild contact. Kelian and Serenity, you have just instinctively dive out of the way of this water as it splashes up. Riot, you're standing out of the splash zone. Good on you.
Yeah.
But the two of you get splashed with water, and when your eyes come to, you recognize your companions, but you have no idea where the hell you are.
Serenity just says, oops.
But there's also no sign of the tentacle.
I hate to be this guy, but are they also no longer resigned to the winds?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how far back does it go? Like,
Yeah.
they remember
They're
the previous
not,
adventure?
which means, well, Mahogany doesn't know he's naked yet.
Mahogany, why aren't you wearing clothes?
Don't worry.
He's a
No,
bear.
he's a bear.
Good looking
Oh,
out,
bears don't wear
Nick, but I had
clothes.
already factored that in. Don't worry about that.
Right, yeah.
We're going to go
Okay.
through the wins again. So right now it's Riot's turn. So what you saw was just Serenity drop the block, and it grew into this giant stone cube, dropped down on this tentacle. Mahogany and Ciclon look very confounded.
Yep. I'm going to, since I don't see an enemy anymore, it looked like the block. It looked to me like the block crushed the tentacle.
It looked like the tentacle, the block splashed down in the water. You don't know how deep this pool is.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I don't see the tentacle splashing around anywhere.
You do not.
So I'm just going to healing word on Ciclon, try and use that.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I expect I'll have to roll some saves for this.
Okay, I have Dragon Magazine sitting right next to my Spellbook app on my phone, so I keep opening Dragon Magazine thinking it's the Spellbook app, because I'm like, oh, it's the D&D icon, that's what I want. You need to make an intelligence save, DC 11 for the verbal component.
Okay.
Do it.
That
Yay!
passes.
Passes?
Yeah.
And... it's evocation, not necromancy. Okay, so you're good. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay. Let's see. So, grab a D4 somewhere. Oh, there's one.
The one I've been using my damage rolls. Hey!
Nice. So 4 plus, what's my modifiers? I think it's another 4. Might be. Yeah. So 4 plus 4.
I'm back up to where I was after the short rest.
Kelian.
Thanks, Riot. But what's
Wait, is
going
the
on?
Does spellcasting modifier include proficiency or no?
It does, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, your attribute plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, then that's a full 10.
Hey, Brickroad.
Yeah.
I would. You said a week, right? A week of the last. My memories of the last week are gone, right? How long have we been in Pandemonium so far?
It's hard to compare to your time in Sigil. Let's see here.
But,
We spent
I'm just trying to remember how.
Yeah,
how
what's the
long
last
we've
thing he remembers?
You don't.
Yeah,
let me
what's
put
the-
it this way: you guys don't remember meeting with Ligris about Basculum. You don't remember any of that.
Ooh.
been- Okay.
And it's not like you remember everything up to a fixed point, and then beyond that is gone. It gets fuzzier the farther back it goes until you reach a point of clarity. But no, you don't remember anything about Ligris or Basculum or where you are or why. And I will be making win checks for you again. Kelian has an AC.
I do.
How does a 14 do?
Miss!
Miss. The tentacle lashes up out of the water. This time, though, from the side of the pool. And it tries to grab at your ankle. You instinctively jump back up onto the wall.
That's a nice trick.
Mahogany.
I imagine I just jump in the
Is the
middle
tentacle
and I
still
flip
there?
over.
I mean, what you just saw, the first thing you've seen in weeks, is this tentacle lash up at Kelian, and Kelian jumped away from it as though it was dangerous.
Alright, I'm gonna. Well, it's a tentacle, so nothing good ever
He's a
comes from a
cipher,
tentacle.
so,
So I'm gonna bite the shit out of it.
Okay?
like, losing a week worth of memory doesn't really matter too much for him.
And then I'm gonna slash.
Both those hit.
That's 20, yeah, 17.
Yep.
Hey, Brickroad, check your
So,
IMs when you
let
get
me-
a chance.
My ins?
Your IMs.
What kind of rude mofo would im me? Oh my god, I got a lot of ims. You guys have all been imming me.
Not me.
No,
Not
no.
me. I don't even like you.
I'm trying not to use my keyboard this session.
I did 19 piercing and slashing damage.
19, okay. And you, again... Oh, wait a minute. Which one did you throw first, and how much damage did it do?
Let's say claws first, I guess. And it did. Oh god, I don't know. 5,
Because you only get one of the
9.
attacks, is the problem. Is 9 damage?
9 slashing.
Okay. Because as you rake your hand through this thing, and the water contacts you, again forget why you're attacking it. And spend the rest of the
It's a
round
tentacle,
confused.
and I'm a cipher.
I find that argument to be less compelling than your previous one about Wild Shade.
Yeah, you're right. Mahogany would probably know some pretty good tentacles.
Elsie
Right, it
Clone.
might be their perfect form.
Alright, I'm going after this thing again.
How so?
Punch it.
Okay. Well, I would say you've learned your lesson, but you clearly haven't.
Well, because the last week is gone from my brain.
Yeah,
so...
that's what I'm saying. Is you don't you
He
don't
did,
remember
but
that punching it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
He unlearned it.
Well, good thing I missed anyway. That's a 9
Okay.
hit.
No, 9 does not hit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're disoriented because you feel like you just woke up from a long sleep, and you have no idea why. So you kind of groggily throw a punch out at this thing that you see your companions engaged in combat with, and only catch air. Kelian,
Hmm.
this thing wants your D.
Everyone wants my D.
Clearly not Basculum.
You don't remember who Basculum is.
I know, but I'm just saying it out of character.
Wait, is it its turn?
No, it's Kelian's turn.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Kelian.
1v1.
21 hits.
Sick. So that will be 5 plus. Seven, so 12.
12 damage.
12 piercing. As I let loose another crossbow bolt.
And again, you see it travel straight through this tentacle, the splash of water on the other side, and it jerks in midair as the hit connects. Serenity.
Nah, I'm not done.
Oh.
Bonus action, cunning action, dash to move away. Or I
Dash
guess.
to move away? Cause
Can I disengage? Do I need to disengage with it?
disengage.
You do need to disengage to get away from
and
it.
then I'm gonna move.
Okay,
Okay.
that works. So you loose the crossbow bolt and then duck back around the corner behind Riot.
Do I still have a hammer swing at this thing around the rock?
There we go.
You're fine.
All right, action trance. Let's go for it. That'll hit an armor class of 17, I believe. Let me double check.
That's good.
Yep.
17 is enough.
Uh, 15 damage, bludgeoning.
And you swing your maul at this thing. Make a dexterity saving throw, please. DC 10.
I passed.
You passed. You're fine. So you swing your maul at this thing, and as soon as the hit connects, you lunge backwards to try to minimize the amount of splashback. You kind of turn into it so it hits your cloak instead of your face.
That's the end of Serenity's turn.
Riot.
Riot, seeing the thing start to lash around again, is going to try casting Dissonant Whispers on it.
Dissonant Whispers.
I'm going to make that intelligence save.
Yep, that's at 11 right now.
Yeah. That failed.
And the winds just carry off the spell.
Yeah. And she's just going to step back a little bit again.
Okay.
And that's it.
Serenity, you have Reckless Attack up. It gets advantage on
No,
this roll?
I do not.
Riot is going. Hey, but before you say the amount, Riot's going to try and use cutting words on it.
You could do that with Dissonant Whispers at the same time?
No, it's not. It's a reaction. Cutting
It's a
words
reaction.
is a reaction.
What does it
Yeah.
react to?
Enemies attacks.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
basically it's inverse bardic inspiration.
Gotcha. So does it get a save against that effect?
I think I have to make a save in order to use it. Is my assumption.
Let's double check that.
Yeah. How? Let me know how you would roll that on Pandemonium.
I have to refresh my memory of how it works, first of all.
Let me look it up and see.
Oh, okay, it doesn't need to make a check. You just expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna impose that intelligence save to get the word
Yeah.
up over
That's
there.
what I thought.
Okay, I got confused there. Why do you need to make a save? You're fine.
Boom.
Yeah, that'll work.
So what are the cutting words you use to affect this weird tentacle?
I hadn't thought of it yet. Give me a second. Let's see.
Should we just assume it was great because you rolled a 20?
Yeah.
And a very, very loud...
Yeah.
Those insults came from the bowels of your belly.
Like, she is just so sick of this place that she just pours out all of the general hate and malice.
Okay, so you get to roll a
D6.
D6 and subtract. So it hit a 15, so roll that D6.
Yeah, now it hits an 11.
Now he hits an 11. So that hits that. I'm assuming that does not hit Serenity.
No.
Okay, so Serenity, you dive out of the way. This thing lashes for you, but you see it hesitate a moment in Riot's direction as Riot yells out the best insult you've ever heard. Like, before coming into this cave, you have no idea what you would have said to hurt a water tentacle's feelings, but after having heard it, you're like, that's so obvious! That's why I'm not the bard, I guess.
I forget the
See,
rest.
I
Which
heard
of mother's a
it,
whore.
and it's the best insult I remember, but I'm not 100% sure it's the best insult I've ever heard.
Mahogany, your turn.
Alright, well, I don't know what I'm doing here, but everyone seems to be attacking this tentacle. So I want to slap at it with my claws.
Okay.
Are you more or less freaked out by the fact that you suddenly wake up as a bear?
Eh.
It happens.
Is that a thing that just happens sometimes?
After a wild
Everyone
night.
prematurely bears.
That's the nocturnal shape
What does that
feature.
AC hit?
15.
15 is good.
All right, and then I'm gonna break out the sixes.
Everybody prematurely bears. I love it.
9.
9 points.
9 points of slashing.
And once again, as soon as your bare flesh, meant in both senses of the word, contacts the water, Ciclon and Serenity see the thing recoil in pain, but Mahogany has no idea what you're doing. For a moment, you're thinking, "Oh, there's salmon in this pond. That's what I'm doing." But no, wait, no. This is a cave, and that thing is weird. And also, Ciclon looks beat the hell up. And what's going on? Ciclon, your turn.
I'm beating the hell up. I see this wavy tentacle thing. That's exactly what I think is about to happen. It needs to be happening. Is this tentacle thing? He needs to get punched.
Punch.
So I can't learn my lesson. So here we go. Nope.
You miss.
You subconsciously know this is a bad idea.
And you swing wildly, and the thing writhes out of your reach. Kelian.
Can I shoot it from here?
From
Or do I need to
there,
get
no. If you were to
closer?
step in front of Riot, you can shoot it. I would give it partial cover because of the large size bear in your way, but that's a +2 to its AC.
What about here? Same deal.
There you've got a wall in your way.
Even if he runs up the side of the wall.
Like this?
Yeah, if you go up the side of the wall, you could get over Mahogany's head.
Alright, I'll do that then. Am I next to Mahogany?
Yeah, you are, and the tentacle definitely is.
Yeah.
The tentacles, you got advantage on all that.
Well, Ciclon has also been swinging at it, so that would
Yeah,
be
everybody's standing there.
Oh, right. I forget it's next to the monster, not to me. Alright, so that is 16 plus 6 is 22.
Good enough.
Five plus 4 is 9. Plus... Nine plus 5 is 14.
This time, the bolt does not pass through the tentacle. This time, it catches something and doesn't pass to the other side. And you see the tentacle slump down into the water. And for a moment, it's just this weird lump on the surface of the water. But after a few seconds, it sinks back down and moves no more.
Yay!
The Ciclon looks at the others and say, "Where are we?"
Pandemonium.
I got a little
Why
bit
the
of
hell
retroactive
did we come
clarification.
here?
Ciclon and Mahogany. I need a wisdom saving throw, DC 11.
You got it. I looked up a bunch of stuff and I couldn't find where people were talking about it, except that people said in Pathfinder it was supernatural. But then I decided to check the actual player's handbook. And it very clearly says, starting at second level, you can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast.
I'll tell you what, here's what we'll do. After you guys make these checks and check the rest of this hallway, we're going to take a 10-minute break. During the 10-minute break, I'll bust out my 2nd edition handbook and see what it says.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was SU in 3E.
So Ciclon's gonna go crazy all over again because he failed.
You failed, Mahogany.
So-
How'd you do on that check?
15 plus whatever. I super passed.
So, yeah, Ciclon, you're back to irritability,
Yep.
which is -1 intelligence, -1 wisdom. And at the end of this hallway,
What was what's-her-name doing the whole time?
watching.
Rank Fank or whatever.
I mean, when you ask her about it, I mean, she tells you that pool is very clearly Styx water. Look how it affected your friends.
Well,
When she saw that, she said,
not me,
I
but-
wasn't going to go near it.
Wise decision. And one you might have shared with the rest of us.
Checking the end of the hallway, there's another carving in the wall. And it says, directions to Limbo. 6.3 miles upwise, 4.7 miles right, unless already facing left, then only slight right. 2.8 miles north by northwest, ahead on left.
Kelian sighs and rubs his temples.
We're going to take a 10-minute break here. So, this seems like a good a time as any to do it. I'm not going to be eating anything, but I'm going to put Elizabeth on screen just because that's the easiest way for me to